Hey everyone, so this is just me doodling. I don't really know what it's called, but basically you just draw a bunch of random lines and shapes and stuff, and then you just try to find a picture within it. It's apparently a good exercise. I enjoy doing it, but I don't know if it's like good content. It's just kind of me putting what I see into um, the little squiggles, obviously. And sometimes they're good, sometimes they're weird, and other times they're just creepy. But I enjoy doing it, and I think if you do it too, it's a good way to fill up a sketchbook, and it just makes it look a little weird and odd, and it's really fun, and it helps your imagination. For me, anyways, I don't know if this is actually a thing, but I'm sure it is. Someone probably better at art than me have figured this out and stuff like that. But yeah, you should try it out. Just, pick up a pen, pencil, or, brush. I was using this brush that I had. I think it's a refillable brush. And I haven't used it for probably a year or two. And I wanted to get rid of the rest of the ink that was in there. So I decided to use it. And it was pretty fun using the brush thing, the brush pen. So yeah, it's pretty simple to do, you know. Just find a picture and then draw it, and then you can, I would say this is probably okay for like making your own characters. I would like to make my own character one day. I've never done that before because my imagination is utter garbage and shit. But yeah, maybe I'll make a video of me trying to make a character up, with my computer being about 11 years old. Um, I can't really do many things, but once I get a new computer, which is going to be soon, hopefully I can, start making video games, start doing Blender stuff, and I'll try to record that if I can, but I don't really know. I prefer doing traditional art over digital art, but that is just me. So, yeah. Also, the brush pen that I was using ran out of ink, and I was trying to film another thing, but I spilled ink all over the picture. So, in a fit of rage, deleted the whole thing. I could have just cut out when I tried to fill it up, but I didn't, and I got really annoyed, and I'm like, fuck it, and then I just deleted the whole thing. So I was thinking of doing like a little sketch journal thing, about like my day to like. I probably won't record that because it has some personal stuff in it. But yeah, I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out what do you call it? Figure out how to fill up more sketchbooks because I have a shit ton. I've collected sketchbooks over the years, and I have about like 50 plus sketchbooks, and I'm on my 23rd sketchbook right now. So, yeah, I would like to fill up more sketchbooks, but I don't really know how to, and so I'm just trying to find, all this other shit to do, but I need to stick to like 1 to 3 sketchbooks because I've had so many sketchbooks where it's just, oh, this is going to be plants, this is going to be animals, this is going to be people, this is going to be clothes, this is going to be this is going to be that. And then I realize that I have too much shit to fill out the sketchbooks, and then I just drop the sketchbooks, and then I don't open them or use them for like months or even years, and then I find them, and I'm like, oh, well, shit. So I basically just rip out the pages, put them in a folder, mark them the year that they were, and then just start all over again. So my sketchbooks are just, ripped and torn and tattered and all this other shit. So yeah, I don't know. It's just one of those things where I need to fill up sketchbooks, but also I need to not have so many sketchbooks to where it's just an absolute nightmare to try to fill all of them. I don't know if this is like a common occurrence, but when I collect sketchbooks, I'd like to have the good ones with like good pictures and the bad ones with bad pictures. So like the cheap ones with like whatever pictures and then the expensive ones with my best work. But the thing is with my best work, it's 50-50. Sometimes I draw something really cool and other times that I don't. So yeah, I don't know. This video is me rambling. I want to see if I'm actually good at talking for a long time. I'm a very shy person and a very introverted shut-in, so I don't get to talk much and I don't talk to people. Hopefully, my ramblings are not absolute, just dead drop boring. But yeah, if you've noticed the pictures, they're kind of weird and creepy, or just plain ugly and stupid. This is just, like I said, what I've seen in these, weird sketches. And I don't know if it's like, if you see something and then you're just like, oh, that I saw something completely different. And, I'd like that. If you see something like in that picture, that would be really cool. But this is what I saw. I don't know. These things are really unique to me because some people will see some things, some people will see the same things, other people won't see anything. Yeah, I don't know. It's just a weird thing you can try to fill sketchbooks because at the end of the day, my channel is to just fill sketchbooks to get better at drawing and to, just be better at art, be better at things that I want to do. The reason why I haven't uploaded in a bit is because I'm trying to learn code, trying to learn Blender. Things have been breaking down. I don't have that much money and all that stuff. But yeah, I don't know. Learning code is probably really boring, and I'm really slow because my comprehension skill is atrocious. I have like a reading ability of probably, a freshman or a middle schooler. You know what I mean? I do not have very good comprehension in, most anything. I'm a very simple man and very dumb. Very dumb. I'm dumb, but I'm not stupid. You know what I mean? I can do things, but I'm very slow to the catch. And I don't know. It's just one of those things that I struggle with that I'm trying to get better at. And right now I don't have a job, so I really don't have an excuse not to upload anything. But, still, I prefer to, I've been procrastinating a lot. That's just my, thing that I do. And yeah, so right now I'm watching me draw this weird, creepy, smiling face with a penis nose. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I know that like the things that you see in drawings and the things that you draw is like a fingerprint. Everybody's drawings and everybody's thing is different. Even if like it looks similar, there's always a difference in that thing. And you can see my ink brush is running out of ink, but I'm still drawing and trying to get the most out of it, you know. Um, oh, also, one of the ways that helps me draw more and helps me, I have this thing to where if I have an expensive, like, let's say Copic markers or, Sakura pens, I think that's what they're called. But, like fine liners and stuff that are like expensive, right? Like $5, $7, $10 a pop type thing. What I like to do to help me use it up and be able to use it, permanently and, run out of like the ink or the paint and stuff is to have a bag to where I keep the pens and pencils and all that stuff that I used up because, for me, I feel like I need to keep this and use this for the best art. And I realize that if I have a pen that's really expensive that I want to use, I'll use it on everything in the knowledge that I will keep it even after it's done. And it's a good way to mark your like your progression, and it's a good way to like to keep things that you find relatively expensive, because if you have trouble with like things that are expensive, uh, just have the knowledge of you're going to keep it even after it runs out. It's a good way to track your progress. It's a good way to track everything. And I find it enjoyable to have a bag of used pens, markers, and stuff. And then when I'm feeling down or feeling like, man, I haven't done anything, you know, and I'm too lazy to pull out a sketchbook, or it's too clunky and it's covered in a bunch of shit, I just pull out this bag that's easily accessible, and I open it up, and and I look at all these pens and stuff like that I've used up, and I just feel, I don't know, I feel really good about it. Seeing all the stuff that I've accomplished and used for, even though I don't know what I've used these markers and pens for, I still see it and I think, yeah, I know I used all of these up because I remember them, because they're either expensive or they're cheap or they're this and they're that. And it's really fun. It's really good to have things that you can hold on. It's like a sketchbook. It's just art supplies, it's materials that you used up and you kept. It's a piece of history for you. And to me that feels nice. I struggle with that type of thing, and I've found that this is helpful to, it doesn't fix your problems of seeing like expensive art supplies as expensive, but it helps you realize that, even after its use, there is still a use. It will help you realize that, if you feel like you haven't done anything with art, that you're struggling with all this stuff, that you're like, man, I haven't done anything, I haven't drawn anything. If you look back at like pens and stuff that aren't refillable, I recommend non-refillable things, but if you do get refillable things, get like cartridges and keep the cartridges, and then look at these things, and you in your mind you think like, I use this up, and I know it took a long time because of this and that, because I don't know, I don't know, I'm rambling about this, but I'd say it works for me, and I would suggest you to try it out. To whoever's listening to this, honestly, I only have like what, 6 subscribers and only like 5 views. But I mean, hey, that's okay. I just started, and yeah, you know, for some advice, I would say if you want to do something, do it, right? If you think it's gonna work, then try it. If you're bogged down with all this stuff, you want to, I'm doing this to get rid of my, you know, social media anxiety and fear. I am absolutely terrified of social media. I'm terrified of not being able to see people's faces for, reasons and stuff. So this is just me trying to get over it, trying to show people, my progress, my drawings, whether they be good or bad, and all that stuff. So yeah, I just want people to know, whoever is watching this, that you will draw shitty things. Most of the shit that you draw is shitty. But the ones that are good, you know? So don't give up, because obviously if you look at this, these are just shitty doodles and they don't look good, but they fill your sketchbook. Just remember, just try to fill your sketchbook with anything. These papers that you're using, is just paper. You can always buy more. You can always tear it up. You can always rip it up. Stuff like that. It's just paper. It's not permanent. the inks and paints are, but the paper isn't. Someday it will fade, it will turn yellow, or hell, it'll just burn up in a fire or something like that. So, yeah. Anyways, I'd say the video's over. So, good day, good night, and remember, don't go fuck yourself. All right. See you later, guys.